If you are still doing these 7 things when you get dressed every morning, I need you to stop right now, because every single one of them is quietly, slowly, and very effectively making you look older, more tired, and more invisible than you actually are. And the most painful part, most women over 60 have no idea they are doing it. I am not here to sugarcoat anything for you. I am not here to tell you to dress younger, chase trends, or spend a fortune trying to look like someone half your age. What I am here to do is tell you the truth. The kind of truth that a real friend tells you before you walk out the door, not after. And if that feels a little uncomfortable in the next few seconds, good, because uncomfortable usually means it is real, and real is exactly what we do here on Refined After 60. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now, because every single week we have honest, no-nonsense style conversations specifically for women like you. Women who are done being invisible. Women who are done playing small. Women who know they have more style, more elegance, and more presence now than they ever did at 30. You belong here. Now, drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 7 habits are you guilty of? Be honest. I already know mine. And trust me, by the time we get to number 7, you are going to want to say something. Because number 7 is the one that gets the most pushback. It is the most personal, and it is the most important. So stay with me all the way to the end. Let us get into it. There is a very specific kind of pain that women over 60 do not talk about enough. You wake up in the morning. You put yourself together. You actually feel good about what you see in the mirror. And then you walk past a shop window, or someone takes a photo of you at a family event, and something stops you cold. Because the woman looking back at you looks older than you feel, older than you are maybe, and you cannot figure out why. It is not your face. It is not your body. It is not simply the passing of time. It is 7 very specific things. And once I name them, once I show you exactly what they are and why they are working against you, you will never unsee them. Are you ready? Let us go.
Number 1, the waistless silhouette. Picture this. You are at a family dinner. You have made an effort. Nice top, comfortable trousers, a lovely cardigan. You feel pulled together and even a little stylish. But then the photos come out. And in every single one of them, you look 2 sizes bigger than you are and 10 years older than you feel. If you are still doing these 7 things when you get dressed every morning, I need you to stop right now. Because every single one of them is quietly, slowly, and very effectively making you look older, more tired, and more invisible than you actually are. And the most painful part, most women over 60 have no idea they are doing it. I am not here to sugarcoat anything for you. I am not here to tell you to dress younger, chase trends, or spend a fortune trying to look like someone half your age. What I am here to do is tell you the truth. The kind of truth that a real friend tells you before you walk out the door, not after. And if that feels a little uncomfortable in the next few seconds, good. Because uncomfortable usually means it is real. And real is exactly what we do here on Refined After 60. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now, because every single week we have honest, no-nonsense style conversations specifically for women like you. Women who are done being invisible. Women who are done playing small. Women who know they have more style, more elegance, and more presence now than they ever did at 30. You belong here. Now, drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 7 habits are you guilty of? Be honest. I already know mine. And trust me, by the time we get to number 7, you are going to want to say something. Because number 7 is the one that gets the most pushback. It is the most personal, and it is the most important. So stay with me all the way to the end. Let us get into it. There is a very specific kind of pain that women over 60 do not talk about enough. You wake up in the morning, you put yourself together, you actually feel good about what you see in the mirror. And then you walk past a shop window, or someone takes a photo of you at a family event, and something stops you cold. Because the woman looking back at you looks older than you feel,
older than you are maybe, and you cannot figure out why. It is not your face, it is not your body, it is not simply the passing of time. It is 7 very specific things. And once I name them, once I show you exactly what they are and why they are working against you, you will never unsee them. Are you ready? Let us go.
Here is what happened. Somewhere along the way, comfort quietly became the enemy of shape. And shape, not size, shape, is everything when it comes to how you read in a room and in a photograph. When your clothing has absolutely no waist definition, no belt, no tuck, no seam that even hints at where your body narrows, the eye reads your silhouette as one flat rectangle. And rectangles, visually speaking, read as heavy, shapeless, and yes, old. This has nothing to do with being thin or slim. It is pure geometry. It is simply how the human eye processes shape. Think about the women over 60 who genuinely stop traffic, the ones who walk into a room and people notice. Almost every single one of them has one thing in common. You can find their waist. Not dramatically, not tightly, but it is there. Even loosely, even subtly, it is suggested. And the fix is almost embarrassingly simple. A thin belt over a dress or a long blouse, a half tuck on one side of your top, choosing blouses that are slightly fitted at the midsection rather than boxy all the way from the shoulder to the hip. That is genuinely all it takes. Your silhouette already has a shape. It is time to let people see it. Now, here is my controversial question for you. Do you think women over 60 should prioritize comfort over shape? Or do you believe you can truly have both? Leave your answer in the comments. I want to know exactly where you stand on this. Number 2, the safe color palette. I want you to do something for me right now. Go to your wardrobe in your mind. Look at it honestly. How much of it is navy? How much is black? How much is beige, gray, taupe, or brown? Be honest with yourself. There is absolutely nothing wrong with any of those colors individually, but when your entire wardrobe is built from them, when you have not worn a real color near your face in months or even years, something very quiet and very damaging is happening. You are camouflaging yourself. And camouflage, by its very design and purpose, makes you disappear. Here is what nobody tells you about color and age. As our skin changes over the decades, certain muted and washed out tones, specifically the ones most women reach for because they feel sophisticated and safe, actually pull color away from your face. They make you look drained, flat, and tired. Not because you are any of those things, but because those colors are borrowing from you rather than giving anything back to you. The women who look the most vibrant, the most alive, the most present over 60 are almost always wearing something with warmth near their face. A rich burgundy, a warm camel, terracotta, cobalt blue, forest green. Not neon, not trendy. Warm, deep, rich tones that push color and life back into the face instead of stealing it. You do not have to rebuild your entire wardrobe from scratch. Just start with what is closest to your face. Your top, your scarf, your jacket. That is where color does its most powerful and most visible work. One intentional color choice near your face can completely transform how you photograph, how you read when you walk into a room, and honestly, how you feel when you catch your own reflection. Quick reminder, if you are finding this helpful, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps other women just like you find this channel, and we need more of us in this conversation. Number 3, clothes that are one size too big. Now, we need to have a real and honest conversation about this one, because this particular habit is not just stylistic, it is emotional. And I say that with complete respect and understanding. Many women over 60 began buying clothes slightly larger somewhere in their 40s or 50s. Maybe your body changed and you were adjusting. Maybe comfort became the absolute priority. Maybe you simply got used to it over time and stopped noticing. And now, without even realizing it, you are swimming in fabric. And fabric that swims
regardless of how expensive it was, regardless of the brand or the quality, reads as a woman who is hiding. And hiding reads as old. Let me be very clear here, because I know some of you are already tensing up. This is not about being slim. This is not about wearing tight or fitted clothing. I am not asking you to do either of those things. What I am asking is simply this. Wear your actual size. The size you are right now, today, this morning. Not the size you were 5 years ago, not the size you hope to be. The size you are. Because here is the truth that the fashion industry does not say loudly enough. Oversized clothing does not hide a body. It adds volume to it. It rounds out the shoulders. It shortens the legs visually. It removes all the structure and intention that makes a woman look modern and pulled together.
Go through your wardrobe and try things on with fresh eyes. It is too big. A good tailor costs far less than buying a new outfit and will do more for how you look than almost any other single investment you can make right now. Fit is not vanity. Fit is simply respect for the body you actually have today. Number 4, the wrong shoe. We are at number 4, and I really need you to hear this one clearly, because shoes are quietly doing more damage to your overall look than almost any other thing on this entire list. And the mistake is not about heels versus flats. That is not the issue at all. The mistake is wearing shoes that have absolutely no visual relationship to the rest of your outfit. Shoes that are thick-soled, overly orthopedic looking, or just plain sensible in a way that clashes with everything above them. Even when the rest of your outfit is genuinely beautiful, the wrong shoe acts like a full stop. It brings the eye straight down to the floor and parks it there. Now, I want to be completely clear. Comfort is not negotiable. Feet change as we get older. That is real, that is valid. I am not asking you to suffer. But here is what I need you to hear. Comfort and style are not opposites. They stopped being opposites years ago. The footwear industry has changed dramatically. There are now stunning, beautifully designed, genuinely comfortable options that do not look like you are preparing for a medical procedure. A clean, simple loafer, a leather sneaker in white or tan, a low block heel with good ankle support, a quality ballet flat. These choices give you all the comfort you need without visually cutting your height, adding bulk to your leg line, or pulling your entire outfit backwards in time. The shoe is the last thing people see before they form a complete picture of you. Make absolutely sure it is finishing the picture you actually want them to see. Are you still with me? Good, because we are getting to the ones that really matter. Stay right there. Number 5, jewelry that is too small or too matchy. This one surprises most women, so let me explain it properly. There are actually 2 jewelry mistakes that are aging women over 60. The first is wearing jewelry so delicate and so small that it simply does not register at all. Thin gold chains, tiny stud earrings, small pendants that visually disappear, especially against the texture of mature skin or hair that has gone beautifully silver or white. The second mistake is the matching set. The coordinated necklace, bracelet, and earring combination that was sold to you as a complete system, as the correct and proper way to wear jewelry. Here is why both of these are aging you. Small, invisible jewelry communicates timidity. It quietly says, I am trying not to take up too much space. The matching set says something very similar, just in a different language. It says, I followed all the rules. And neither of those is the energy of a woman who is fully present, genuinely confident, and completely arrived in herself. The modern approach, the one that makes women look effortlessly sophisticated and genuinely stylish at any age, but especially over 60, is one bold, intentional piece. A substantial earring, a strong cuff bracelet, a statement necklace that actually has real presence in a room. One piece worn with genuine confidence does infinitely more for an outfit than 3 matching pieces worn purely out of habit.
You do not have to spend a lot of money. You simply have to choose with intention rather than default. And here is my controversial take. Do you think the matching jewelry set is timeless and classic? Or do you think it is actually outdated? I know this one divides people. Tell me in the comments exactly what you think. Number 6, hair color that fights your skin tone. I am going to say this carefully, and I am going to say it with complete respect, because hair is personal. Hair is identity. Hair is sometimes the one thing we feel we still have full control over as other things around us change. But there is a version of hair color that is aging certain women significantly, and it is not gray hair. Let me say that again very clearly. Gray hair, silver hair, white hair, worn with confidence on the right woman is genuinely, breathtakingly stunning. It is absolutely not the problem. The problem is hair color with too much warmth in the wrong places, overly brassy tones, overly orange or yellow tones that clash with skin that has become cooler or more delicate over time. Or, on the other side, hair that has been dyed so dark, almost black, on a woman whose skin no longer has the depth and richness to carry that level of contrast. That darkness draws attention to every line on the face, rather than away from it.
Your hair should frame your face the way a picture frame works. It should make what is inside it look better, more vivid, more lit up, more alive. If your hair color is competing with your face or casting shadows onto it, it is actively working against you. The solution is not always to go gray. Sometimes it is simply a tonal adjustment, softening a harsh dark dye, warming up an ashy tone that has gone flat, adding dimension where everything has become one flat color. Have an honest conversation with a colorist who specializes in women over 50, not a general stylist, a specialist. The difference in how they think about hair and aging is significant and worth every penny. And now we are at number 7, the one I promised you at the beginning, the one that gets the most pushback, the one that is the most personal, and the one that matters the absolute most. Number 7, clothing that reflects who you used to be instead of who you are right now. I told you this one would get a reaction, and it probably already is. Here is the truth. Most women over 60 are still dressing, at least partly, for a version of themselves that no longer exists. The driven professional woman. Your wardrobe should reflect that woman, the one you are today, not preserve the one who came before her. This is not about spending money. It is about permission. Permission to dress for the life you are actually living right now. Permission to stop wearing things you genuinely hate just because they were expensive. Permission to let go of who you dressed for when you were still performing for other people's expectations and other people's comfort. Because here is what happens when you walk into a room dressed as yourself. Fully, specifically, honestly yourself. People feel it. They turn. Not because you are dressed young or loud or for attention, but because a woman who is completely confident in her own identity is genuinely the rarest and most magnetic thing a human being can walk into any room wearing. That is what style over 60 actually is. Not rules, not age appropriateness, not playing small so that nobody around you feels uncomfortable. It is knowing exactly who you are and absolutely refusing to apologize for her. So there they are, all 7. The waistless silhouette, the safe color palette that makes you disappear, the oversized fit that adds volume instead of removing it, the wrong shoe that stops the eye in the wrong place, the invisible or overmatched jewelry, the hair color that fights your face instead of framing it, and the biggest one of all, clothing that is still telling the wrong story about who you are right now. None of this requires surgery. None of it requires a completely new wardrobe or a smaller body. It requires awareness. And now you have it. So here's what I want you to do right now. Leave a comment and tell me which number hit you the hardest today. Which one stopped you? Which one made you look up from your phone and actually think? I read every single comment personally, and I respond to as many as I can, because this community, you, are why Refined After 60 exists.
And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button right now. We do this every single week. Real conversations, real style, real women. You clearly belong here. I will see you in the next one. And trust me, you do not want to miss it.